Seems like Hasan Piker really likes this New York mayor candidate, Zohran Mamdani. He's got a lot of tweets and videos just glazing the dude. Look at this cute little graphic he posted back in June, for example. Look at this. What do we got here, man? We got future mayor Mr. Mamdani and Mr. Piker, the dap herd round the... I can't even read this without laughing, dude. Well, yeah, the point is, as you can see, he's a big fan. However, something terrible happened yesterday, guys. Because Mamdani, in his recent debate against Cuomo in NYC, well, he actually, on air, national television, during this mayor debate, he condemned Hasan Piker.
I find the comments that Hasan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible. And I also think that part of the reason why Democrats are in the situation that we are in, of being a permanent minority in this country, is we are looking only to speak to journalists.
Well, it's a good thing Hasan is handling this so well. I mean, what a champ. I'm sure he's not just trying to save face or anything. Let's check out some of the top comments here. This one saying Mini-Me in attendance, his new prop. Got rid of Kaya and brought this guy on. And this one saying this must have been a huge shock to him. That pic looks like it would fit right in with those like showing people brain rot videos that have been going around. Over on Hasan's channel, him or his editor decided to try and spin this as the description reads, Zohran Mamdani refuses to condemn Hasan Piker in debate with Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, sure. But that's not the only damage control that they're trying to run for Hasan right now, as that takes us here. Hasan posts TikTok about quote-unquote Collargate, where they have a totally genuine chatter here defending Hasan.
Yo, this dog shock collar nonsense getting out of hand, bud. I just came from a YouTube video that was strictly about indie video games, and the comments were full of comments about the incident. What can you do? The greatest antidote to slander is observable reality. Okay? What do you say? What do you do? I must have shocked her to sleep. I wonder how many people have unironically come in here to be like, yo, this guy's a real monster, huh? Let me go see how he treats this poor dog. And then they come in here and Kaya's just like chilling or coming up to me, trying to get on my lap. And then they're like, okay, maybe that wasn't the case. There has to be at least like a couple hundred that have come in here to antagonize initially. And then they're like, you know, I realized that maybe I was dumb. I just want to say I'm sorry. I heard about the stupid stuff said about you and I believed it for a minute, but I was wrong. I felt it wouldn't be right if I didn't personally tell you. I just wanted to say that I'm gonna head out now, Hasan. You're a good guy and you have a beautiful dog. Aw, see, there you go. My haters to lovers pipeline, dude. You don't need to say anything, chatter? No, actually, I'm glad the chatter did say that. The greatest antidote to a faucet of lies is observable reality.
Yeah, so he talks about like antidotes against lies and how to stand up to slander by just showing observable reality. So he's making a snuck premise that the criticism that he's getting over the mistreatment of Kaya is just lies and slander, as if people haven't seen this stuff for themselves and formed their own opinions on it. And I wouldn't be surprised in the least if that chatter's actually Hasan's editor or something. I mean, the whole thing comes off so fake, so try-hard. Like, oh yeah, this is totally legit. See? People actually come in here and they like what they see, guys. Taking a look at the top comments on this one, we can see that they all seem to have either like a few dozen likes or a few hundred likes, and people are kind of split in this comment section about whether they're siding with Hasan or calling him out. But if we go to his initial TikTok addressing the Kaya situation, we can see that there are top comments calling him out getting just tens of thousands of likes. Well, you can see a lot of memes there too, but also comments like this with 38,000 likes on this one saying, I don't care if it's a shot caller or not, she should be able to roam around. And similarly, this one saying it's still cruel to make a poor dog sit for however long for no reason when it just wants to walk around, getting 11.8 thousand likes. But then we've got a damage control post saying, I can see with my own eyeballs that Kaya got her nail stuck and lifted it before laying down. Use your eyes, y'all. As person is like hallucinating or something. But yeah, my point here is it's just interesting taking a look at the comments on TikTok and even so many people on TikTok calling him out, because that's actually a place I hadn't looked up until right now. Which takes us to the next spin. Hasan claims that all his haters are misogynists. Oh, that's funny. First he was saying it was the far right, then it was Israel. Now he's saying it's just a bunch of misogynists. Yeah, because caring about dogs equals misogyny now. Like, how's this guy coming up with this stuff? It's just so pathetic.
If you were a 100-pound woman, would you be getting this treatment? Yeah, I think so. Because who do people hate on the internet the most? Women. Like, women are the number one op. My my ops already hate women automatically. Women are the only group of people that get it as hard as I do, if not worse. So yeah, there's hella there. All of the people that hate me also automatically hate women in general, which is why they moved on from like, well, they haven't really moved on from targeting me, but they've like very aggressively spread their hatred and animosity to all of my female friends, and they're going after them super aggressively, super hard.
So this is really funny for a lot of reasons, but especially because, as I covered yesterday, there was recently a viral clip of this girl talking about how Hasan fans are threatening her because she criticized him. And then she goes on to say that Hasan fans are stupid and even calls Hasan himself a misogynist. That takes us back over to Yeet on Twitter. Says Ludwig expresses frustration at being connected to Hasan in Collargate. But I actually got really bad news here, guys. I don't know what's going on with this clip. This is like some of the worst quality I've seen in the last 20 years. And like the audio too. I think whoever recorded this, man, no offense, but like how did you scuff this so much? There's like basketball dribbling noises in the background too or something. Listen to like 5 seconds of this really quick.
You're pretty deep at that point. I wouldn't even call that guilty by association.
So yeah, I mean, look, whoever recorded this, I appreciate the effort. Let's just take a look at the quote, though. Okay. I don't know how exactly. Here's Ludwig. I don't know how exactly, but I've somehow been deeply attached to Hasan dog collar situation. I've long held a huge distinction between my actual friends and then my streamer friends. So I think Ludwig is kind of blowing this out of proportion a little bit. Obviously, he's not deeply attached to the Hasan dog collar situation. I don't know why he's interpreting it like that. But people have brought his name up, and for good reason. Because all of these LA streamers defending Hasan is reminiscent of when Ludwig gave some of the most minor criticism to Hasan, and then it seemed like Hasan reached out to him and like got him to delete the video, which was a very spineless thing and got Ludwig a ton of backlash back when that occurred. And so what people have been saying is it comes off like a cabal of sorts where Hasan's at the top and like puppeteering these other individuals, so to speak, these other streamers. But don't get me wrong, like while people are saying that, I think there's like some jest in it too, because ultimately at the end of the day, these are grown adults making their own decisions. So they are 100% accountable and responsible for their pathetic damage control and their bootlicking of Hasan, which of course has just been backfiring on so many of these people over and over again over the last week or so. And then we have what seems to be more damage control from moderators at Twitch or Twitch admins or something of the sort, as we have this post. A partnered streamer was timed out for typing #FreeKaya in the Prime video chat. I'll just talk over this one since there's no audio, and you know, dead air can be bad for a viewer's experience and bad for me if people tune out because they're bored or whatever. So here we can see they type #FreeKaya on October 16th here, so just the other day. The chat goes through, and we'll give it some time. Let's see. Any second now, we zoom back in, and boom, you are currently timed out from chat. You can chat again in 9 minutes and 57 seconds. And we can see right above that user's message. Well, now it reads message deleted by a moderator. Yep. As usual, Mr. Champagne Socialist over here is being defended by one of the most powerful corporations on the planet, referring to Amazon, of course, who owns Twitch. And then we'll close with this, a hilarious clip of Denims when she was running damage control for Hasan and how poorly this is aged, because she got proven wrong here. Similar to what happened the other day with Sasha Grey when she had previously been running damage control for Hasan, trying to say like, oh, there's no tape on the collar and you can't actually remove the prongs. And then she went over to Cutie Cinderella's stream to the part where Cutie Cinderella literally says that it looks like the prongs were removed and taped over. And then Sasha Grey essentially rage quits the streams, like, oh, I don't want to watch this. We talked about that earlier today and of course yesterday as well. Hilarious clip. And now we get to watch Denims also making a fool of herself here.
First of all, the product can't be turned into a vibrating collar, for starters. Second, the taped photo is doctored, dude. You fell for misinfo. Congratulations, bro. This image, you can clearly see the tape. The tape image is a doctored photo. I took this from the VOD directly. And when you look at the artifacting on these photos, it's very obviously a Photoshop job. Like, you literally fell for misinfo. Congrats. You can just hate Hasan, by the way. You can just say, I don't like him.
So yeah, as we know, she was completely wrong here about the caller and all that, just like Sasha Grey has mentioned. I mean, these people are so desperate to run damage control, and they just come off like seething. They're so mad, and they're so like convicted in what they say, but they're convicted in being wrong, while simultaneously accusing other people of spreading misinformation. Wonderful group of people, aren't they? And so that'll be today's update. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, all this desperate damage control, all these complete sellouts, all that stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. As mentioned, I'll see you here in the comments, and in the next one, have a great day.